Hey there, boils and ghouls. It's your friend Tara and Tats, and I'm back with a new video. We have a brand new 4K Blu-ray to review for today, and I'm actually really happy to talk about it. Um, yeah, unfortunately, I'm still going to do a 4K review on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre when that comes out, but it looks like I'm late to the party because yeah, I'm already seeing. I'm sure you have too. Yeah, I'm already seeing a lot of people doing videos and reviewing it and stuff like that. But I'll still do mine. What the heck? Wouldn't hurt. Anyway, so oh yeah, I want to introduce you to my new friend here. It's like say hi thing. It's like yeah, that was a problem. As soon as he dropped by, and as soon as I told him, it's like, dude, I gotta do this 4K Blu-ray review. He was like, you know, he's one of those ones. He always wants attention, don't you? Yeah, he always wants to be on camera. So yeah, it's like we'll talk about you doing your own YouTube channel later, okay? Let's just try to get through this, all right? First of all, we got to see if the audience is even going to like you. So we'll talk, all right? But just right now, just play it cool. Anyway, so yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Just real quick first, if all of you can indulge me for just 1 minute, just got a couple of new pickups I want to show you. And this one here, I mentioned this a few days ago in my haul video. I, had this ordered in the mail. It finally came in today, and I had this before. It's really nice to get it back. We have the Blu-ray Steelbook of Batman Returns. I love this. I used to have this, and I told the story before in my other videos. Like, yeah, I had this. I had to get rid of it, unfortunately. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, my friend there, come on back up here. It's like, there you go. Just sit there and try not to get any trouble anymore, okay? So anyway, so there you go. Yeah, it's really nice to get this back, and I had this, and unfortunately I hit hard times, and I had to sell it off, which also is, I'll mention that when I get to the 4K that I'm going to review, but yeah, Blu-ray Steelbook for Batman Returns, nice to get it back. So finally got my hands on this. I've been, circling around this for a while, just never got around to it. Found it for a good price. We have Bodies, Bodies, Bodies on Blu-ray. So pick that up. I've heard, mixed things. I've heard some people say it's okay. I've heard some people say not so much. But yeah, I am looking forward to checking it out. I'm definitely interested in a horror movie with Pete Davidson in it. That's going to be interesting. So we got that. And here we go. This is one. I've seen the movie. I thought the movie was okay. Not the greatest thing I've ever seen. Not the worst, but nice to finally get my hands on a copy of it. We have the Poughkeepsie tapes. So I remember, yeah, it is a bit of a disturbing movie. But, it's kind of nice to finally get my hands on it. And there we go. But yeah, I've been circling around this one for a while. Been meaning to pick it up, get it to the collection, so I finally got it. And last for the pickups, man, I was surprised to find this. This is awesome. I found A Tangled Web. This is part of the Grisly Tales for Gruesome Kids series. And unfortunately, I think they only put out like 2 DVDs as far as I know. At least as far as been released in America. But this is an awesome series. Some people might say it's kind of like the British version of Goosebumps. Kind of, but for me personally, I think it's more kind of like a British children's Tales from the Crypt. That's kind of the best way I describe it. It has more of a Tales from the Crypt. The stories have more of like a Tales from the Crypt vibe to it. So anyway, so yeah, really happy to get this. I just wish they would put more of these out. I wish they would put like there's 8 seasons I believe in total, and I wish they would put out either like a collection of the whole series, or put out like like the seasons on DVD at the very least. But anyway, for right now, it's nice to have it, and I'll keep my eyes out. If they ever put out more of these, I'll pick them up. So all right, so that's it for the pickups there. So here we go. Real quick, just show that off. Well, you already know what this one is. Anyway, let's get to the meat and potatoes of our video today. Today, Scream Factory put out the Blu-ray, or the 4K Blu-ray combo of the Slumber Party Massacre Part 1 and Part 2. Sadly, no Part 3. And overall, I'm a lot happier with this edition than I thought I would be. I will say the only downside that I could really see to this edition is that with Slumber Party Massacre 2, they put out the 76-minute theatrical cut rather than the 85-minute extended cut, which is on the Blu-ray. But here you go, and it's a double feature. And honestly, it's like I'm actually kind of cool with Scream Factory doing more of these. You know, alas, no. Oh, wait a minute. No. Okay. There is some stuff. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that. I'm sorry. That's my bad. But look at that. Not exactly reversible cover art, but look at that. How cool is that? Isn't that neat? We get some, like behind the scenes photos and stuff like that. Or not behind the scenes, but like still shots. How cool is that? That is nice. I like it. That's my own stupid fault. I wasn't even expecting anything like that, but anyway, so yeah, that's kind of nice. Hey, well done, Scream Factory. I'm actually really impressed with this release here. Um, it That's the thing. One thing I want to ask, you guys can maybe, maybe somebody can drop in the comments below. See, here is the thing with or the Slumber Party Massacre. See, I had the 3-disc, or was it 2-disc or 3-disc DVD set back in the day, and I don't recall there being any bonus features on Slumber Party Massacre 2, but maybe they did it when it went to Blu-ray. Could somebody maybe clue me in? Because one thing I thought the reason why they paired the second one with the first one was because that I thought there were no bonus features on Slumber Party Massacre 2, and they basically kind of put this on as a bonus feature to the first movie. That's what I thought that they were going to go with, but when you look on here, there's actually some bonus features for both films. Um, Now you have a 2022 4K scan of the original camera negative for both films, and the first disc is it's a 3-disc set though too. See, let me show you this. This is real cool. And you know what else is nice? Look at that. None of that, all that gas or any of that stuff that's in there. So there you go. There's your 4K, and there's the Blu-rays. Each movie, how nice is that? Both 1 and 2 have their own Blu-rays. So there you go. See, like that's kind of a nice bonus there, because back in the day, the only way you got Slumber Party Massacre 2, you had to get the Blu-ray that had Slumber Party Massacre 3 on it. So here you go. That's kind of a nice little thing there, isn't it? That this one finally gets its own Blu-ray. But there you go. Let's say, but anyway, let's get into the bonus features here. On the first one, you got the new 2022 4K scan, Sleepless Nights: The Making of the Slumber Party Massacre, audio commentary by director Amy Holden Jones, actors Michael Villela, I'm sorry if I butcher that name, and Deborah DeLiso. Interview with actor Rig Kennedy, theatrical trailers, US and UK, alternate title sequence, and still gallery. And for Slumber Party Massacre 2, you have the original 76 R-rated version, new 2022 4K scan, the extended 85-minute unrated cut, audio commentary with writer-director, producer Deborah Brock, producer Don Daniel, and story editor Beverly Gray. Sleepless Nights, revisiting Slumber Party Massacre 2, theatrical trailer and video trailer, and a still gallery. So that's the thing, like I said, maybe somebody who had the Blu-ray of Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3, maybe you guys could clue me in. Did they add those? Are those new bonus features, or did they have that on the Blu-ray? Because I never got around to buying, because see, what ended up happening was I had the, like I said, I had the DVD set, and then when I first moved here, I had to sell some stuff off, like like my Batman, like my Batman Blu-ray Steelbooks and stuff, and I had to sell off the DVD set because it was like hit on some tough times. I had to pay rent. Every collector's been there, but so I don't ever remember there being. I just remember kind of Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3 just kind of being bare bones, if I remember, but that was a long time ago. But anyway, still, it's nice to get this, and ultimately, yeah, this is cool. I really like this, and I'm sorry, I know I keep saying and the transfer on both films is actually beautiful. I've seen both of these films. I've gone back from, these are movies I used to watch on VHS, then moved up to DVD. I've seen the original on Blu-ray. because I used to have the Blu-ray Steelbook, but I sold it off to help pay for this. And you know, but like the as far as Slumber Party Massacre 2, it's like I only saw them on VHS and DVD. And honestly, the transfers on these are gorgeous. This is easily the best I've ever seen these movies look. Like I said, my only complaint with just the 4K is just on Slumber Party Massacre 2, it's only the theatrical cut. Whereas, like, if you want to see the extended cut, you got to have it on the Blu ray. So, typical par for the course for Scream Factory. That's my biggest gripe with Scream Factory is like, when it comes to this stuff, they always, we just do the, theatrical cuts. And then there was that abomination that they did with Dawn of the Dead, which makes me dread the idea of, them putting out like Land of the Dead or Lord of Illusions or Drag Me to Hell or, on and on. So I was like, yeah, that's going to be fun to look forward to. But just, yeah, the picture quality is really nice. It's, especially on the first movie. The second movie, maybe not as on par with the first movie, but still, as I never saw it on the Blu-ray, but honestly, this is still the best I've ever seen this movie look, and it just looks stunning. Like I said, but the first movie is kind of the winner, in terms of the transfer. The first movie looks absolutely gorgeous. It's a movie that what I really love about it is like there's a tiny little bit of film grain in it. I don't know, some might look at this and say it's a little too polished, but I don't know. I think they found a really, really nice balance because I was watching. It's like, to me personally, it's like it didn't look too grainy. It didn't look too polished, and I was, noticing a lot of differences or a lot of details and things like this, and especially like in the opening, in the school, you could see like a lot of the, like how scratched up the windows are, and like maybe like some of the graffiti on the walls you maybe didn't notice before or anything. It's like, some of the details really pop. And especially like the details on the van that when the killer kills the electrician and takes her van and everything, or was it the phone? Yeah, it was the phone lady. It kills her and takes her van and stuff. It's like there's a lot of detail you notice on the van and everything. But honestly, yeah, I mean, this is actually a beautiful addition, and I actually do recommend picking this up. Um, the sound is actually really, really nice. You got Dolby Vision, you got DTS HD Master Audio for both films. Um, but yeah, of course, um, yeah, that's the one thing I think it's kind of more of a, let me see here. I could be wrong. I don't really remember if these, I think both movies do have high dynamic range. Don't quote me on that, but I gotta say that's something actually I just noticed. I was like, I don't know if these movies have HDR on them, but I don't know. But anyway, still, this is probably the best these movies are ever going to look, and I actually would recommend picking this up. I would suggest, maybe, if you're a true fan of this movie, you probably already bought this, but if you're just casual or something, you could wait for this to go down in price. But I'm actually, I'm really impressed with this, and I got to hand it off to Scream Factory. They did a really good job with it, and honestly, still, like I said, this is, somebody who's watched this on DVD and VHS and everything else. This really is a huge improvement, and so yeah, I would say, you get the chance, get it for a good price, pick up this, just it is kind of a shame though we didn't get the third movie. Like that would have been kind of cool, but who knows? Maybe in the future. But yeah. So anyway, so that's pretty much it. So yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave it a like. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. There's going to be much more to come, and yeah, we got some good stuff coming. We got Superman movies coming to 4K. I'm looking forward to picking those up. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. We got some other good stuff coming in the next months and everything else. And it's like, even though I know people beat me to the punch, I'm still looking forward to doing a 4K review for Chainsaw Massacre. I'm looking forward to that one, and that's it. So everybody, take care, and I hope you have a good night. You want to tell everybody have a good night? Okay. No, I bet that's as good as you can do. So anyway, so that's it. Everybody take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you later.